Hello everyone, my name is Sue. I live in France and according to friends and family I can cook. So I thought I'd do 14 days of cookery classes for everyone because you're on lockdown and you might have to go into self-isolation. So this way you can prepare for that eventuality and have nutritious home-cooked meals on a daily basis, either made daily or in the freezer. Good luck with them all, and we start with the shopping list. The shopping list looks quite extensive. I did my shop for 2 weeks for two people, but when I got it home and unpacked everything, it looks as if it's going to last us for 3 to 4 weeks. So basically, you're going to do a big huge shop. Mine was €138. I'm assuming in English pounds it's going to be exactly the same. It includes some fruit. I haven't put quantities on the fruit. I just got 4 apples, 4 pears. I got clementines, 10 of, a hand of bananas, so that we have a fruit every day. The meat was 4 to 6 chops, 4 250 gram steaks, 8 lamb chops, 500 grams of minced beef, 500 grams of minced pork, 8 chicken thighs, 6 chicken breasts and sausages. I got 2 each for the adults and I would get 1 each for the children. They'd be the big fat ones, not the skinny ones. When I got that lot home, I broke it down into freezer bags. So it was 2 chops, it was 2 steaks in each bag. The pork and minced beef I left the same because I'm going to work on that today. The 8 chicken thighs and the 6 chicken breasts I broke down into 2 thighs, 1 breast. Sausages, again, split them down into daily or bite-sized lumps. The fish, optional. We like fish, and what I've tried to do is give it to us once a week, a minimum, but it could be twice. So the trout would be 2 trout in each of the packs, and the salmon fillets would be 2 in each. Cod, again, 2 in each. The vegetables, get what you like. I've got everything that I need and what we like because I like variety, because I get bored easily. Again, just keep them in the bottom of the freezer drawer, in the bottom of the fridge, in the salad drawer, and keep your potatoes somewhere dark, otherwise you start sprouting them. And you can have frozen cauliflower, broccoli if you have to, but fresh is best. I've got this stuff in my store cupboard, so risotto rice, pudding rice, long grain rice, cooking oil, olive oil and condensed milk, and maybe a carton of milk if you can get it. I get the sterilised milk because it'll keep. I've also got bread flour, and because I use quite a lot of herbs and I'm lucky to have fresh herbs, you need either mixed dried herbs or herb de Provence. The bread flour I bought because I'm going to try to make bread. I'm not very good at it, but I've started with the sourdough starter, which I'll explain to you later today, because that's a bit of a work in progress and it'll be a challenge for you lot and me. Okay, so shopping list. First thing, you go shopping. You don't need to buy toilet rolls because you probably already got them. And don't forget to take your steriliser, your hand steriliser if you've got it, or rubber gloves if you've got them, and or masks if you go shopping, and don't forget to distance. Today's recipe is slow roast belly pork, which is going to be accompanied by roast potatoes and cauliflower. The slow roast belly pork is a piece of belly pork. Try and find a leanish bit, but belly pork by nature is fatty. Lean as possible, about 1 kilo in weight, which will be enough for 4 to 6 people if they're moderate eaters, or 4 good eaters, or 2 very greedy eaters, and we come under that last category, so we'll be very greedy eaters later on. So first of all, you have to score the skin of the rind of the pork, with a very sharp knife. Please be careful with that and keep it out of the way of children. And you will be rubbing these herbs into the skin and into the grooves that you make when you've cut it. So they are sage, rosemary, thyme, pepper, salt. I use rock salt, but you can use all powdery salt, it doesn't matter, and a clove of garlic. I'm going to put them into mortar and pestle. But if you haven't got one, just chop on a chopping board is fine. When you've chopped all of those with mix it with a bit of olive oil and the salt and pepper, and you can rub it then into the skin, into the grooves that you previously scored into the skin. In the top left hand corner is the shaved printed bits of it, and I'm just about to start to score it. You can see I've gone almost down to the meat, because you want to rub the herbs into all those little scored bits so that the flavour goes through into the meat. Very sharp knife. Be careful you don't cut yourself, and keep them out of the way of children. I suppose I'm supposed to tell you that. So I'm going to just basically rub the knife along the top of the skin. It's quite tough, and I'll come back to you in a second. Cooking times for the slow roast belly pork are 30 to 45 minutes on the highest setting that your oven will go on. Then you turn the oven down to the lowest setting your oven will go on for probably 3 hours. You could put your potatoes in for the last hour, and it could go up to 180. It won't harm the meat. Good luck. I use sea salt on mine, but you could give it a sprinkling of ordinary salt. It won't make any difference. Here it is sizzling away. I've just got to have a look at it. It's just had 30 to 45 minutes in the oven. I'm sorry, I forgot to use an apple and an onion. And I've cut the apple in half, left the skin on, and I think I've left the sticker on as well. And I've cut the onion, peeled and cut the onion in half, and I put the pork on top of it, so it's not lying in the fat that comes off it. I'm going to drain that fat off in a minute, because I'm going to use that for the roast potatoes a little bit later on. Okay, I was going to drain the fat off and use it for the roasties, but I thought I would be economical with the washing up. So I've peeled the potato and I've cut it into sort of bite-sized pieces, and I put it into the fat around the meat, which is now looking absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. And I am going to put it back into the oven on 160 degrees, which will cook the potatoes for the last hour. It won't do any harm to the meat, I hope. There it is, just out of the oven done. The potatoes are cooked and the pork is looking absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to put it onto a plate for about 30 minutes to rest whilst I cook the cauliflower. See you soon. I've taken the pork out and the potatoes, and now you can see the remains of the apple and the onion underneath where the pork was. So I'm going to mash them up, because I'm going to make a sauce or gravy with this, which I'll show you in a sec. So I need a tablespoon of flour to make a roux, and then I'll make the gravy. Since there are just the two of us, there's only a couple of pieces of cauliflower each. This is actually the third time I've used this cauliflower in the last week. I've kept it in the bottom of the fridge in the salad drawer. It's been cauliflower cheese, it was cauliflower fritters, and now it's just going to be boiled cauliflower. So one really big cauliflower can do lots of things, very versatile, and if you convert it into something else, the kids love it. We can make bhajis or pakora when we do vegetarian or Indian. It can be roasted, cauliflower cheese, it can be grated like rice. It's really versatile. So don't underestimate the poor old cauliflower. So there's 1 tablespoon of flour in all the juices and fat that have come off the pork. So I'm just mixing that all in now. I'm not doing a lot of gravy because Mark doesn't like it, so I end up eating it, which is massively fattening but absolutely yummy. He might have a bit tonight on his roasties though. And so I'm mashing all the onions and the apple into it. And I just add hot water. If I'd boiled potatoes, I would have added the potato water. But cauliflower water is not that good in the gravy. So I'm just going to add ordinary boiled water to it. Cook it off for about a minute to get the starch cooked out in the flour. And then you'd have a lovely homemade gravy. You can, of course, use the gravy supplements, which you just add water to. But in case you hadn't noticed, I don't really like using anything with additives in there, like natural, fresh ingredients and something that's just going to do you good. So I'll show you that later when it's gravy. Okay. There's the cauliflower cooking away there, boiling away, and there's the gravy coming to the boil. Stir consistently because you don't want the flour sticking to the bottom. All of the apple and the onion are just really mashed down in there. Now you could put it through a sieve, but I hate the washing up. But although I've got a dishwasher, there are things you have to wash by hand. So I actually like it with the bits in, because it's like a bit of an apple sauce, a bit of an oniony thing going on there, and it's just really nice as it is. But if you really don't want all the bits in, just push it through a sieve. Okay, just carry on with that now until it comes to the boil. It's on a low heat, this one, so it'll take a while. The gravy's now bubbling away, so it's boiling. So if you're not sure about it, just time it for 60 seconds, just to get that flour cooked out. And then it's ready. So it's thickened slightly, and all those lovely bits are still in there. Yum, 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 can't wait. Okay, gravy's done now. I've tasted it and it needed salt and pepper because I'd used just ordinary boiled water and not the stock of anything. And I'm also adding 1 sugar cube or 1 teaspoon of brown sugar or white sugar, it doesn't matter. Don't worry because it's sugar with savoury, because the pork can take the sweetness, but it just needs a little bit of something. If you're using the stock water from your potatoes, you don't need to add salt and pepper, but taste it and adjust to your own taste, okay? So there it is. That's Mark's with his lovely crackling on his belly pork with his potatoes and cauliflower. I'll show you mine in a sec with the gravy on. And here's mine with the gravy. Absolutely gorgeous, can't wait to eat it. The pork is really tender, falling to bits. Mark's got the crusty bit on the edge because he likes the end pieces. So bon appetit tout le monde. Enjoy, and if you need any help, just give me I suppose, personal message. I don't know how it works, but speak to you soon. Bye guys.